Hello, Army. Welcome back to K Heart Channel. Army was not ready for what happened during D4 Soundcheck in Las Vegas. Right in front of thousands of screaming fans, Jungkook suddenly jumped onto Taehyung's back without any warning, and the entire stadium instantly exploded. Even the BTS members standing nearby could not stop laughing after witnessing the chaotic taekook moment on stage. But what truly sent fans into panic was Taehyung's reaction immediately after that moment happened. The crowd became louder, cameras started shaking everywhere, and within minutes, clips from the soundcheck began spreading across social media. Fans are now calling this one of the most unexpected and unforgettable taekook moments ever seen in Vegas. And the craziest part? What happened seconds later made the entire audience scream even louder. The moment Jungkook jumped onto Kim Taehyung's back, the entire atmosphere inside the stadium completely changed. Thousands of ARMY instantly started screaming while the other BTS members looked genuinely shocked by how unexpected the interaction was. Kim Taehyung tried to keep his balance while laughing nonstop, but Jungkook only held on even tighter, making the crowd react even louder. Fans near the stage could be seen recording every second because nobody expected the soundcheck to suddenly turn into pure chaos. What made the moment even more unforgettable was the reaction from the BTS members standing behind them. Some of them were clapping, others were laughing uncontrollably, and for a few seconds it looked like the entire group completely forgot they were even in the middle of rehearsal. But then, something happened that made the audience scream even louder. As Jungkook slowly got off Kim Taehyung's back, Kim Taehyung suddenly turned around and looked directly at him with a smile that fans immediately started calling dangerous online. The cameras shaking inside the crowd proved how intense the reaction really was. Within minutes, clips from the D4 Las Vegas soundcheck spread everywhere across social media, and fans began replaying the moment nonstop, trying to understand what really happened between them on stage. And according to fans who were there in person, the interaction did not end there at all. Nobody inside Allegiant Stadium expected the D4 Las Vegas soundcheck to turn into one of the most talked about taekook moments of the entire concert weekend. At first, everything looked completely normal. BTS members were casually walking around the stage, checking positions, talking to fans, and joking with each other while thousands of ARMY screamed nonstop from every direction. The atmosphere already felt loud and emotional, but fans had no idea that only seconds later, Jungkook and Kim Taehyung would suddenly become the center of everyone's attention. Out of nowhere, Jungkook ran toward Kim Taehyung and jumped directly onto his back in front of the entire stadium. The crowd exploded instantly. Fans started screaming so loudly that even the members nearby looked shocked by how fast the energy inside the venue changed. Kim Taehyung nearly lost his balance for a second before laughing and trying to hold Jungkook properly while continuing to walk across the stage. But instead of getting off immediately, Jungkook stayed there comfortably, almost like he did not care that thousands of cameras were recording every single second. That was the moment social media completely lost control. Videos from every angle immediately started spreading online, with fans zooming in on Kim Taehyung's reaction while Jungkook kept laughing behind him. Some fans even claimed they had never seen the two act this chaotic during a soundcheck before. Meanwhile, the other BTS members looked completely entertained by the situation. Several members were seen laughing in the background while watching the interaction happen live. At one point, the members seemed more focused on Jungkook and Kim Taehyung than the actual rehearsal itself, which only made ARMY scream even louder. But according to fans who attended the soundcheck in person, the most shocking part happened right after Jungkook finally climbed down. As soon as both of them stopped moving, Kim Taehyung slowly turned around and looked directly at Jungkook for a few seconds while smiling. The crowd reaction became even louder than before, and many fans started shaking their phones because they could not believe what they were witnessing in real time. That short moment immediately became the biggest discussion online after the soundcheck ended. Some fans called it the most dangerous taekook eye contact of Vegas, while others said the tension between them during those few seconds felt unreal. Clips of the interaction quickly reached thousands of reposts, and fan communities started replaying the moment frame by frame, trying to catch every detail. But the craziest part is that many fans believe the cameras did not even capture everything that happened on stage. People sitting closer to the barricade later claimed that Jungkook continued teasing Kim Taehyung even after the viral piggyback moment ended, causing both of them to laugh again while the members watched from behind. And after hearing those fan stories, ARMY became even more convinced that the D for Las Vegas soundcheck contained many unseen taekook moments that never fully appeared online. The viral piggyback moment between Jungkook and Kim Taehyung was already enough to send the entire stadium into chaos, but according to fans who attended the D for Las Vegas soundcheck in person, what happened afterward made the atmosphere even more unbelievable. After Jungkook finally stepped down from Kim Taehyung's back, both of them stood close together near the center of the stage while the crowd continued screaming non-stop. For a few seconds, neither of them seemed to care about the noise around them. They were laughing quietly to themselves while the other BTS members watched from behind with amused expressions. Then Jungkook suddenly leaned closer toward Kim Taehyung, as if he was whispering something. Nobody could hear what he said. But the second Kim Taehyung reacted, the entire audience exploded again. Fans near the barricade claimed Kim Taehyung immediately looked away while smiling, almost like he was trying not to laugh too hard in front of everyone. Meanwhile, Jungkook looked completely satisfied with himself after whatever he had just said. That tiny interaction instantly became one of the biggest mysteries of the night. Within minutes, social media was flooded with slowed-down clips, zoomed-in edits, and fan theories trying to figure out what Jungkook whispered during the soundcheck. Some fans believed he was teasing Kim Taehyung about the piggyback moment, while others insisted his comment was what caused Kim Taehyung's sudden reaction. But then the situation became even more chaotic. As the rehearsal continued, Jungkook reportedly kept following Kim Taehyung around the stage whenever the members changed positions. Fans noticed that every time Kim Taehyung tried focusing on the rehearsal, Jungkook would suddenly appear beside him again, causing nearby members to laugh. At one point, cameras captured Kim Taehyung trying to walk away while smiling, only for Jungkook to quickly catch up beside him again seconds later. The audience reaction during that moment was so loud that parts of the members' voices on stage were almost impossible to hear. Many ARMY who attended the soundcheck later said the energy between them felt completely different compared to previous concert rehearsals. According to fan accounts online, even security staff near the barricade were seen smiling after hearing the crowd reaction during the taekook interactions. Some fans described the atmosphere inside the stadium as absolute chaos, while others claimed the screaming became louder every single time Jungkook and Kim Taehyung stood near each other. But the moment that truly pushed the internet into full panic happened near the end of the soundcheck. As BTS prepared to move toward another section of the stage, Jungkook suddenly looked back toward Kim Taehyung again. Fans immediately started recording because they expected another chaotic interaction, but this time the reaction was completely different. Instead of joking around instantly, both of them briefly made eye contact while the crowd screamed in the background. The moment only lasted a few seconds. But those few seconds were enough to make fans completely lose control online later that night. Clips of the eye contact spread across every platform almost immediately, with millions of fans replaying the exact moment repeatedly. Some fans called it the real ending of D4 Soundcheck, while others claimed the tension during those seconds felt stronger than the viral piggyback itself. And according to several ARMY who were sitting closer to the main stage, there was still one final interaction between Jungkook and Kim Taehyung after the cameras stopped focusing on them. Something that many fans online still believe was never fully captured. As the D for Las Vegas soundcheck slowly came to an end, most fans thought the chaotic taekook moments were finally over. But nobody inside the stadium realized that Jungkook and Kim Taehyung were about to create one last interaction that would completely dominate social media for the rest of the night. While the members were moving across the stage preparing for the next rehearsal section, Kim Taehyung suddenly walked ahead of everyone else for a moment. Fans were still screaming from the earlier piggyback incident, but attention quickly shifted again after Jungkook noticed Kim Taehyung walking away alone. Without hesitation, Jungkook immediately started following him again. The second ARMY realized what was happening. The noise inside the stadium became unreal. Fans started yelling before anything even happened because by that point everyone already expected another unpredictable interaction between them. Cameras from every direction instantly pointed toward the two as Jungkook got closer and closer to Kim Taehyung near the side of the stage. Then something happened that fans online are still talking about. According to multiple fan recordings, Jungkook suddenly reached toward Kim Taehyung again while laughing, causing Kim Taehyung to immediately turn around with the exact same smile that had already gone viral earlier during the soundcheck. The crowd reaction became deafening. Some fans later admitted they could barely hold their phones steady because the screaming around them was so loud. Others claimed the members standing nearby looked completely entertained watching the situation unfold in real time. But what truly sent ARMY into full panic was the way Kim Taehyung reacted afterward. Instead of walking away immediately, he stayed beside Jungkook for several more seconds while both of them continued laughing together in front of thousands of people. Fans noticed that neither of them seemed embarrassed by the attention at all, which only made the audience scream even louder. At that point, the soundcheck no longer felt like a normal rehearsal. It felt like the entire stadium was only focused on Jungkook and Kim Taehyung. Even online, fans who were not attending the concert started panicking after clips began appearing everywhere within minutes. New angles kept getting uploaded nonstop, and every version seemed to reveal different reactions from the members, the crowd, and taekook themselves. Some clips focused on Jungkook refusing to stop teasing Kim Taehyung. Others focused entirely on Kim Taehyung's expressions every time Jungkook got close to him. But then fans discovered one detail that made the entire situation even crazier. In several videos, BTS members standing behind them appeared to be watching the interaction very closely while laughing among themselves. That single detail caused even more discussion online because many fans believed the members already knew Jungkook was about to do something chaotic before it even happened. The theories became endless. Some fans believed the piggyback moment was completely spontaneous. Others insisted Jungkook had been planning to surprise Kim Taehyung the entire time during rehearsal because of how naturally everything happened afterward. But according to fans who stayed until the very end of the soundcheck, there was still one final moment between Jungkook and Kim Taehyung that most live-stream clips never properly captured. Right before leaving the stage area, both of them reportedly looked back toward the crowd together after hearing thousands of ARMY still screaming their names nonstop. And what happened in those final few seconds is exactly why many fans are now calling D4 Las Vegas one of the most unforgettable taekook soundchecks ever witnessed live.